Jill, and I'm here today to talk about why 80% of Americans hate their jobs and what we can do about that. Now, it's my belief that most people hate their jobs because their managers treat them like kids. Yep, kids. Remember childhood? Naps, cookies, gold stars, yeah, and if you were really lucky, maybe you got your first kiss behind the swirly slide out on the playground. Childhood, yeah. Well, now we're adults. It's bound to happen, that time's gonna come, and that means bills, dinner parties, chores, and maybe a kid or two. But the truth is that when you're an adult, you make your own decisions. You're in control of your own destiny. That is, until Monday morning. Monday morning brings along that boss, that overbearing, power-tripping, micromanaging boss that comes storming into your office and wonders where the heck your TPS report is. Okay, so maybe not all bosses are like this, but there is a majority of them, and I believe that it's because here in America, too often we're focused on promoting managers who've been there long enough and not those who really have leadership skills and kind of like people. That's a good trait to have. So, why care? Why should we care about this? Well, personally, I've done a lot of research, and I'm learning more and more that employee happiness is directly correlated to increased sales, increased productivity, and more task accuracy. So, what are we going to do about it? Well, we're going to start treating your employees like adults. That means you're going to give them a goal and a deadline, and then you're going to step back and let them manage their own schedule and figure out how to make that project happen and not micromanage everything you're doing. It is incredible when you stop slave driving and start treating your employees like adults. You're going to find that when you give someone autonomy, it gives them an incredible opportunity to step up to the plate. Now, the second thing you want to do is actually be focused on what you can do with brainstorming. And I'm not talking about your normal brainstorming that you do every Monday because you have to and it's on the calendar. I mean, bringing people from IT into your marketing meetings, bringing people from different departments into different areas because your people have skills that you don't even know about. And when you bring them into the conversation, when you give them the chance to step up and get out of their way and solve a company problem, I guarantee you're going to be surprised by the results. Third, you want to focus not only on the skill sets, which are incredibly important, but also on the strengths. So strengths are those things that come naturally to you. They're not the things that you've learned over the years by doing different jobs. And I always encourage managers to support their staff in taking strength finders or something similar to it. Now, a Gallup study actually found that when people use their strengths once a day, we're talking in one project a day, they're 6 times more likely to be engaged in their work. That's a statistic that any CEO would get behind. Now, not only do you want to focus on their strengths, but you also want to not only encourage breaks, but enforce them. Okay, we are not machines. We do not pop out a certain number of ideas per hour, and in all actuality, we get more productive when we take breaks from the workday. So, what you want to do is get away from your desk, because the person underneath you, anyone who you're managing, isn't going to actually take a lunch unless you do. So it's up to you to start getting away from your desk and actually taking that time to refresh and recharge. Lastly, you want to make sure that you know your employees' goals, both personally and professionally. One of the biggest misconceptions is that we love being bored. We just want to be at work and wish we had nothing to do. That's actually not true. We're actually happiest when we're engaged and challenged. And as you know, people are increasingly mobile. They have different things going on in their lives, different goals. And your best employees, I guarantee you, are trying to figure out how to make this fit into their work life. And so you need to be understanding what that is. Now, at the end of the day, this basically means that employee happiness is an important thing. The numbers are there. There's the increase in productivity, the increase in task accuracy, the increase in sales. It's all happening. You just got to look at the numbers. Or, if you don't want to look at the numbers, you can go and rent office space. Because I'm sure that none of you want this to happen at your companies. I can guarantee that. At the end of the day, what's most important is how we feel. So think about that time you went home from work and you felt like crap. And think about that time you went home from work and you felt engaged, enlightened, and passionate. We all know that you treated the people around you better on the day that you felt like this. This isn't just about work, this is about our lives. And we owe it to ourselves to help each other treat people better while we're at work. Thank you very much.